All right, welcome to another episode of Hitmakers, the podcast. I'm Ben Johnson, the biggest Ben, and this is Whitney Phillips. And today we have Harv, and I got a little bio for you. All right,
Okay,
you ready?
Let's go.
Bernard.
Oh,
Damn.
dang.
Bernard Harvey,
Off the rip.
aka Harv, is the kind of producer songwriter who makes it look effortless, but behind it all is some serious skill and years of hard work. Originally from Kansas City, Kansas, the Kansas side of Kansas City.
Yeah.
He cut his teeth playing in the church,
Yep.
then as a touring bassist, before stepping into the studio and shaping the sound of some of today's biggest records. He's known for his work with Justin Bieber, producing and co-writing hits like Peaches, Intentions, and Company. But his credits stretch far beyond that, from Post Malone to Skrillex, Juice WRLD, Normani, and Seven Streeter,
Yeah.
which I didn't realize until I was doing a little research.
Yeah.
Harv has a gift for creating music that feels fresh, but also deeply musical. In this episode, we're going to talk to this family man about his come up, how his roots as a musician influence everything he makes, and what his experience on Hitmakers was like. Thank you so much for being here, Harv.
Bam. That was nice. Where'd you get that from?
Told you.
I made it.
His brain.
Yeah, I did a little bit of Googling and a little bit of personal experience, man.
Nice. That was awesome.
I'm excited for this interview because I feel like, and we've talked about it, like out of everyone on the show, I feel like you remind me of myself the most. And we kind of had this thing, even you can see in like one of our episodes, we were like same brain, a little too much sometimes where we went like that.
Two Patrick Mahomes, one room kind of.
Yeah, two quarterbacks in one room a little bit. But also at the same time, like we also had some of my favorite moments writing on the show. And I was just like really blown away by your talent. You always hear about people, before you work with them a lot of times. So I'd heard about you and I was familiar with your work. And then sometimes people live up to it, and sometimes people don't. Rarely people surpass it, and I think you were one of those people who surpassed it to me. So
I appreciate
I'm really excited to get to hear more about your backstory and how you got to where you are today. So maybe like firstly, we should do like a little bit like, where are you from? How did you get into music? What was your early life like?
Yeah, so I'm from Kansas City, Kansas.
Yep.
And I come from a musical family. So my mom, she plays the piano. She's a choir director at the church that I grew up in, and her mom was a classically trained opera singer and pianist as well. So that's my mom's side, and then my dad's side is just a whole slew of musicians, and music is just in my blood.
So was your dad a professional musician, or
No,
what was
no.
his?
So my dad's brother, I wouldn't call it professional, but like he does like gigs in Kansas City or stuff like that. And then my great uncle was a part of like one of Kansas City's biggest R&B groups growing up. So like back in the 70s or something.
That's
like that.
sick.
So yeah, so music is just I had to do it. Like music chose
all
me.
around you.
Yeah, I didn't really choose music.
And you have brothers and sisters, right?
No sisters.
Or just all brothers?
All boys. Yeah. Okay. I'm the middle, so I have an older brother, then me, and then two little brothers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then three of us do music, and then one doesn't.
Oh, okay, so what does the one who doesn't do?
Yeah.
He's into so he's back living in Kansas, and he's into like what is it, blue collar, like just painting and stuff like that. Yeah, he's very I use my hands guy, like
stuff that I have no idea how to do.
I would not know how to do it at all. Like
that's amazing. So you're growing up in the church, and I'm assuming like you're learning all these instruments probably for playing on Sunday, I would assume. Like, like, all right, hey, I seen this guy playing bass. I want to learn how to do that. Is that kind of how that happened?
Yes and no. So like my mom, like I said, we grew up in the church. So every Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday night, sometimes we at the church. So growing up, it was like boring. As you know, your kid, you just messing around, you running around. I'm just like, man, if I'm gonna be here all the time,
I might as well
just do something.
Become a musical genius.
Right. So, and then just watching my mom, like how she used to navigate the choir and like put these songs together. And she's a songwriter herself, and like how she used to put this stuff together. And I was just watching, like, this is awesome, right?
Amazing.
So my older brother, he started like messing with the piano, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And he started writing gospel songs and playing piano, and I was like, all right, I want to play something too. So I started out on the drums first, and it's cool. The drums is cool, but it's just so much that goes into playing the drums.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and then I was just like, what's this bass thing? Like, let me pick this up. And started playing the bass, and This was around, I was like 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
But
you also get into the cello because we
Yeah.
both play cello, which is crazy. Like we have so many similarities. But when did the cello
Yeah,
come
so
into the
let me
picture?
go
Okay.
back. So I started playing instruments at 9 in school.
Okay.
And cello was my
Okay.
first instrument.
Wow.
So, and I ended up playing cello because me being, late signing up for band class. So I go to sign up and all the list for band is filled up. No more slots, right? So I look to the next sheet and it's orchestra. I'm like, all right, I got to do something. So I put like my name. It's like 3 people in orchestra. Put my name on the list and got in orchestra. And the teacher was like, what instrument you want to play? And I was like, this is too small. You know what I'm saying? So and I was like, let me do this. The upright bass is too big.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just sit down and play the cello. And
This is
That's
just
awesome.
right.
yeah, I loved it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my mom when I think I was 9 as well, and my mom said, well, I had been playing piano, and she said, do you want to play another instrument? And I said, well, I think I want to play the bassoon. And she was like, no, you'll be a loser if you play bassoon. I was like, really? And I said, what's like the string equivalent to the bassoon? She's like, the cello. So that's how I started playing cello.
Yeah.
We both didn't mean to
Wow.
play cello. We just kind of fell into it. I think.
Yeah.
So
No
did you-
shade to people that play the bassoon. Okay.
Slight shade.
Yeah. I want to say that was shade.
I don't even think I know what it is.
Name any of your friends who play bassoon.
No, I have
Yeah,
no
okay,
friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have friends. I think that's what we're
Right.
establishing.
Got it,
What's
got
a
it.
professional bassoonist?
Bassoonist. Yeah. Sorry.
To all the bassoonists.
Sorry to all our listeners who are bassoonists.
No disrespect.
No
Yeah.
disrespect.
No
No,
disrespect.
all in good fun.
Yeah.
Did you play cello in church? Or was that
No, so I
yeah.
never took it to church.
Okay.
Totally different styles, classical and gospel. So
Sure.
it wouldn't have fit in that space. So,
Okay.
but that's what helped me understand the bass.
Right.
Just learning the string instruments and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I got really good in cello. Like I was all city first chair. Like
If you say impressive facts about yourself, we're not going to look surprised because I don't think we're surprised that you are the best cello player in all of Kansas City for whatever reason. Everything
Yeah.
you do, I think you tend to be excellent at. So that doesn't surprise me. So at what point do you go, all right, I want to be a professional musician, or did you even understand exactly what you wanted to do? in the world
I
of
mean,
music?
I've always like had like big dreams and stuff like that. So like I remember being a teenager and being able to like when the radio will come on and like music and I'll be able to break this whole song down. I can hear what the drums is doing, what the bass player is doing, and the keyboard. What sin is that? Oh, that's a Jupiter, such and such. Like I was like a little nerd like
You
that
were.
with music. So I was like, and then I just knew I was gonna like take music and go far with it. I knew I was gonna
Yeah.
perform on a bigger stage. I knew I was gonna like produce records. I always like talk like this when I was like 14. All my homies, I'll be sitting down and my homies be like, yo, like you sound crazy. Like you
Did
know
you-
what I'm saying?
Did you play sports?
I did. Yeah. I played basketball.
When I think about you, there's such a sense of like leadership that you carry and this confidence of like, this is the way it's going to be and I'm going to get it. Like, I'm going to get what I need. Where do you develop that sense of leadership? Like,
I have no idea. Just always been there. Sports help. I played basketball growing up. You learn leadership and how to be a good team player. I think every kid should play sports just for that structure. Like not to go to the NBA or NFL or whatever the sport is, but just to learn how to work with other people.
I'll be part of a team.
Yeah, part of a team
Yeah.
and learn your role and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I guess that kind of helped shape
yeah.
Yeah.
What was your position?
point guard.
Of course.
Point guard.
Of course. Why did I even know? Point God. Why did I know that was the answer?
Yeah.
So you have something called synesthesia.
Synesthesia. Yeah, I was going to ask if when you were saying you were breaking down records on the radio, did you already know? I mean, you might not even be able to say it, pontificate exactly what it was, but did you know you had synesthesia at that point?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. I didn't until we were shooting a show and you said it, and then Pharrell's show.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me adjust the mic here real quick. I told you.
Ben
had
diagnosed
synesthesia?
you?
Yeah, he did. The biggest.
You just thought everybody saw music in colors?
No, I knew it was something, but I didn't know what it was. Like I never really
That it had a name.
I didn't hit chat GPT and like, yo, I see colors in music. What is that, chat? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't never do the research.
I mean,
It's wild to me.
Yeah.
explain to me what it feels like to create and what you see and how are you seeing colors when you're creating?
Yeah, as soon as music start, I can see the color and I can feel the color.
Yeah.
Like C can sometimes be very brittle, and C major and B major can be because they're close, but they're very brittle. And C is red when I see it. F is a soft key and it's yellow. Every time and it's like clouds or something else. It's like it's weird.
That's crazy. What key is
Wow.
what key is Peaches in?
C.
And what and so you see that as
Red.
You said red?
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It's kind of like hue lights.
Okay.
It's like vivid
Wow.
red, vivid yellow. It's not like it's just like
And you're not looking around and everything's yellow.
no.
Okay, gotcha,
It's
yeah.
just you know how you have like a color in the back of your head.
Yeah,
or
I can think
something?
about red right now. And I
Yeah.
can see it in my head.
What is the route to LA? What is the route to producing and like being on and getting a pub deal? And what did this happen? When did you head out west from Kansas?
You go to South Alabama first, right? Is that right?
No, I went to Alabama State.
Or Alabama State?
Yeah,
Yep, okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Go Hornets. So yeah, I graduated high school and I knew I wanted to study music and take music further. So I got a jazz scholarship for bass at Alabama State
Whoa.
University down in Montgomery.
Yeah.
So
Jazz scholarship. That's sick.
Yeah, it was cool. My audition tape, I wish like my mom has it, or I asked her, but she can't find it.
Yeah.
So I did Flight of the Bumblebee on bass. Like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
On bass. Like,
Insane.
I practiced for probably like 4 months, and I slowed it down. Had a metronome.
Did you play it up high in the neck just so the frets were smaller? Or?
No, I played it low.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that is
Wow.
I sent
unbelievable.
I sent that tape in. The jazz guy called my mom the next day. Said, "Yeah, we'll give him the full ride."
Yeah. Does he want to teach a class? Actually,
Yeah, Flight of the Bumblebees giving full ride, I would say.
100%. That's
Wow.
wild. I didn't know that was physically possible to do on the bass. So that's amazing.
I was just so focused. Like, I didn't have nothing to do back then.
Right.
Right.
Go to school, come home, practice. So
Yeah.
like that was probably like the best I've probably ever been on bass.
Right.
At the time.
Right.
So yeah, so I go down to Alabama State, 4 years, pledged 2 fraternities, Phi Alpha.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let me find out. So, what time of your life? Did you love college?
I love college. I had a great time. Like, yeah, all the seasons of my life are like I really lived them to the fullest. Like I have no regrets of every stamp or time place. So yeah, so I go to college. I did Phi Alpha, which is the music fraternity, and then Kappa Alpha Psi, which is the best fraternity you can ever be a part of.
Wow.
The bros,
What did you learn from being in a frat?
So on my campus, every fraternity has their own energy, but ours is more charismatic and cool. Like
Okay.
cool fly guys come
Yep.
up dressed nice. Our strolls are like the smoothest, like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? That was like my first taste of like stardom.
Okay.
In a sense.
Oh,
Like-
wow.
Like, cause as soon as you pledge a fraternity, everybody knows this is like Facebook. This is like Facebook is not that big or anything. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you pledge a fraternity, everybody knows who you are, what line you was a part of, like what your number was. Like
Whoa.
if you go to like the local mall, everybody like, oh, there goes number 11 from the new Kappa line. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Got
like,
it.
I like, damn, like people really like, okay. So
Yeah.
that was like my first time of like, oh, okay, like I'm somebody now.
Yeah.
Pledged, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
which I
saying?
think is like really important because the environments that we put ourselves in really like fuel our confidence,
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that seems to be like a theme with what you're saying is that you were like, you're the point guard on the team.
Yeah.
You were in the best frat. Like
Yeah.
you were constantly in environments that was kind of like boosting you as a
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it was. And then I learned a lot from just fraternities of just like people, like working with people. Because like a lot of my frat bros like from different places. Like I'm from Kansas, like they're New Orleans, a lot of them from Alabama, like Detroit, like all over the world, California. Like it's so many people, Florida. So it's like all of these people come to college and then like we all want to do this same fraternity and like you gotta like know everything about this person, especially if they're online with you. So it's just like I just learned how to like blend and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not try to be the biggest energy in the room. It helped me out on the show too. Like just blend, problem solve. Like, okay, what are we doing? We got to make this, we got to do that. Okay, great, let's do it. Like
Yeah.
Did you come out
Team
of that
player.
with a degree like in bass or what was your?
no, it was just a music. So I studied music technology.
Okay.
So it was just like a music technology degree or just
Okay.
a music bachelor's in music. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then from there, do you go straight to Atlanta? What's your next step?
Yeah, so I wanted to go to, it was either LA first or Atlanta. And so on the weekends, I used to drive down to Atlanta and just like meet the local guys or whatever. And I wanted to come to LA, but I didn't have any connections. So like I started meeting people and at Atlanta, and I was like, oh, it's cool down here, and it's like a cool drive. I fell in love with the South. Like it was more like slower, simpler. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I moved to Atlanta, and I was there for 10 years, and Atlanta is a special place.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah.
that's where I got my wings. I feel like I got my producer wings. I got my musician wings. I met so many people that really catapulted to me to where I am now
Wow.
in
For
Atlanta.
sure.
Yeah.
Who were you surrounded by, like at that time?
So I used to work a lot with Bangladesh
Hmm.
at that time, and he did. This is Bangladesh was killing it. He did a Millie,
Mhm.
Lil Wayne, 6'7". Lil Wayne did Diva, Beyonce, and I was able to just like go to his house and like just watch, and I was like, fuck, I want to be a producer. Like I want to make like fuck playing bass and playing on tour. Like it was like the craziest thing. Like
Shifted your brain.
yeah, like
Yeah.
going over to his house. And I'm talking about full basketball court in his backyard. Like we go over there and
Yeah.
hoop. Like nice house. I was just like, yo, like this is what I want to do. So yeah, I learned a lot from Bangladesh too. Shout out to Bangladesh.
Mm.
But I did the bass line to Lemonade, and because he was working with Gucci Man, and I was able to put the bass line down on that, and that was like my first like
Is that your first credit?
yeah, and it was my
Wow.
first time.
It's a great
like,
first credit.
yeah, and it was like my first time hearing something that I was a part of on the radio, and
Wow.
like living in Atlanta, like Gucci Man is like the mayor out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Especially at this time. So me just listening to that song on the radio, I was just like, okay, I can really like take this further, like not as just a musician, but as a producer.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm a white girl from Seattle, but like I obviously follow my favorite songwriters that like grow up in different parts of the country. And it feels to me like I was obsessed with Outkast. Like there was a whole era in high school for me where I was just taken by that just very forward sound. I'm like, I've heard nothing like this. This sounds like aliens to me. And I was captivated. And I started to notice like everything that forwarded the culture musically was coming out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it started to feel like all my favorite writers as well. It was
Yeah.
Atlanta, like they had all spent time in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it feels like in a way that city is kind of the gateway to the culture.
Like I said, Atlanta is something special in the soil out there. Like
Yeah.
the water, them lemon pepper wings, the strip clubs, like it's something all of that.
Strip clubs,
yeah,
yeah.
The
The Chick-fil-A, the strip clubs, it all comes together.
Yeah, it's something that those powers combined, like,
Yeah.
creates a special creative place. And it's like I learned so much just like being there, like bouncing around from studios, and like you said, all those people were killing it and still are, and just a special place. And it's like
Yeah.
it was kind of like, I don't want to say college, like music college a little bit. Atlanta is like that's where you learn your grit, learn like your skill, your sauce, your everything. And if you can hone that, you can go anywhere in the world and be
Yeah.
successful. Like
We have a lot of cast members that spent time in Atlanta or from Atlanta. Did
For
you know?
sure.
I mean, Jay Hart spent some time there.
Yeah,
Did you know
Tommy.
Seven in
yeah,
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know Sev in Atlanta. I met her once I came out.
Okay.
2018. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
Nova was there.
Tommy spent time. Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah.
So did you know Tommy from Atlanta?
I didn't. I did
Oh,
not.
wow.
It's like so many people has like so many different stories, but they all kind of intertwine. It's
Right.
like, and then like it's funny like being around and doing the show, and like we'll go hang out, and a lot of people know the same people but differently.
The industry's really
notes.
small, but it's also kind of big at the same time. It's like a weird
Yeah,
position.
little thing. Like you're literally like one person away from everybody.
Yeah.
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 Have
Yeah.
a making effect.
Yeah.
So what was the LA, like what was the trigger that got you out to LA?
Right. So I'm in Atlanta, and then I meet Justin 2010.
Okay.
Started playing in his band, and I was like, okay, I'll. And I remember the first time meeting him. We used to rehearse at this rehearsal spot in Atlanta. You know, he comes in. Well, first of all, I knew who he was because I used to play with Money. Like I've been knowing Money for a long time. Like when she was Priscilla Renee. Like I was in her band back in the day. She had a song called Dollhouse. And I was in her band back then. So like we were like doing radio shows, like she was killing it. We did a few like MTV performances. So like we would do shows, and I saw like this kid, this little white kid, come out and like kill. He had like one song out at this time. Like,
Was it Baby?
nah, it wasn't even
Oh.
Baby yet.
Oh,
It was one song, some song he had, and I used to just watch how like the fans just gravitated to him, and he didn't even have like a full album out yet. He'd do like a 15-minute set. So then I go home to Atlanta for like 2 or 3 months pass. It's towards the end of 2010, and I get a call, and it was one of my good friends and mentors at the time, Tommy Martin, which is a guitarist and like a OG. He's a legend on guitar. Calls me, was like, yeah, so I'm gonna go work with this kid. His name is Justin Bieber, and you know who he is? I say, yeah, I know exactly who that is. Like I've seen him perform like a million times, like on this radio tour I was just doing a while back. And it's like, yeah, I think I want to pull you in on bass and see if you can, they want to do like a fake soft audition, but you pretty much got the gig. They just want to see everybody
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So I get there, get to the audition / rehearsal / you got the gig thing. And so we set up and they give us some of his music that he's working on. And I was like, okay, this is cool, right? So we're playing. Then he walks in. And so he like they stopped us and he meets us, shakes, and he got this swoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Those pop star bangs.
Yeah. So then his creativeness and talent from that day, like I just remember like it was yesterday. Like he literally went from every instrument. Cause it was so funny because they was trying to talk like, hey, this is the band, Justin, like meet him. Like, hey guys. And then he'd run over to the drums and play the drums for like 30 minutes, right? And then he'd get off the drums and start playing the piano. And they trying to like make him be serious and beat the band, but he's just so excited that there's instruments here. So then he runs over, like I said, to the piano. He picks up his guitar, his strum, and then we just start jamming like right then and there. And I was just like, yo, this kid is really special. Like he was keeping up with us at 14 and like we're professional musicians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it did that, then was blessed to go on two or probably about 3 tours. We did the My Road tour, Believe tour, and then right when the Purpose album, I was like, okay, I've been flirting with LA too long. Let me just kind of come out here. Because everybody like, yo, what are you doing in Atlanta? Like, you know what I'm saying? Every time I come out here with JB, he's like, yo, like, why are you going back to Atlanta? Come with us to LA. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I kind of followed it for so long. And I didn't really like, you got to be mature to come out here and live and make it. LA ain't the place to where you if you're not a mature person and like know who you are, it will eat you up a lot. It will eat you, chew you up, and spit you back out. Like, and I don't think I was ready yet. So, but
oh yeah.
yeah. So I stayed in Atlanta until 2017. I think 17. I moved out to LA.
Amazing.
So, at what point, you're in Justin's band, and I'm sure you're kind of known for that. I mean, that's a huge gig, and in that world, that's the top of the pyramid. But at what point do you go like, I want to transition into being, kind of stepping out into being more on the songwriting production side? Was that a difficult move? Did you feel any type of way about that? Was that something you had been wanting to do but felt like you couldn't do? Like,
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
That's a good question. I mean, being a songwriter producer was always the goal.
Okay.
Always the goal. My first placement with JB was on his Christmas album in 2010. I did Fa La La on the Under the Mistletoe.
Yeah.
So I was always writing and producing with him. So being just a writer and a producer was the goal. But I think sometimes, like as a musician, it's hard. I don't know. I had like a hard journey of like, especially back then, of people like looking at me as a producer.
Because you get pigeonholed.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
oh, he's a musician. Like,
Right.
yeah, but I'm a producer, bro.
Right.
Like, yeah, like
Right.
what would you say Pharrell is? Like he plays instruments.
Which is like kind of a good segue to how Peaches was made.
How soon in the process of the song did you know that this song was just different from everything else? Because I mean, I think we have hits, and then you have hits, and this is a generational song. Like evergreen, all the words. Did you get a feeling that it was different at any point in the process? And
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, we was working on the whole album, and we were having like kickbacks. We were hanging. We'll do like private parties, like private like jam sessions, and we would play songs off the album. And every time we played Peaches, like everybody was like, yo, I love that Peaches song. Like that
Wow.
song is so different. And if you listen to it, it sounds different than like every other song
It
on
does.
that album. Like,
Peach just sounds unlike anything else.
yes.
100%.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I knew it was special. I didn't know I would be lying if I said I knew it was going to be number one. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
I did not. I knew it was very special, but like I was just as like shocked when it came out. Like,
The reaction.
yeah, and it was like we
Yeah.
did the Tiny Desk performance of it, and then I started watching people's like respond from that, and I was like, oh, this is just the broken down version. Like I ain't even heard the record for real. Like
Wow.
you know
They
what I'm saying?
flipped. That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
something particular that you get to see that most other writers don't, is that you not only write the song, but then you go on the road with the artist and you get to see the feedback, reaction from
Yeah.
people.
Totally.
That's pretty cool that you get to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know many other people who can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's transition a little bit into Hitmakers, the show.
Yeah.
You know, we've been asking everyone, how did you end up on Hitmakers? What was that process like of getting on the show?
Yeah. Harvey reached out to my team.
Harvey
and-
Mason.
Harvey Mason. Shout out to Harvey Mason Jr., who's become a really good North Star for me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, he reached out to my team and asked if he pitched the idea and asked would it be something I wanted to do. And I was just like, hell yeah, put me on TV.
Oh, immediate yes.
Yeah. I didn't even think twice. Like, what? And
Wow.
like, you sure you want to? Like, everybody, like, you sure? I was like, I need to be on TV. Put my face on TV right now.
Wow.
Like,
So no doubts.
no, yeah, I didn't. I was ready to go.
Did you have any doubts
No,
even in filming? Was there ever a moment where you're like, maybe?
nah.
Okay.
Well-
I didn't have no doubts. I wasn't nervous when they sent the screen for us to look at. Like,
He was
I
the first one on the chat. Did you guys get the link?
Yeah.
We were all like, we're not even responding for days. Like,
Yeah. My thing is like, what will be will be. And
Mhm.
I know I always try to be in the moment of everything that I'm doing. So if you stay in the moment, if you stay present, and if you're really doing everything from your heart and having intention behind it, you shouldn't have to worry about the
Yeah.
result of it. So like I did the show and I was like, I left that there. I feel like I was every day I was 100% myself. I feel like I was fully there mentally,
mhm.
physically. So like I felt good about it.
You were.
Yeah.
You definitely were.
I think that
for
definitely
sure.
comes across, is that you were very grounded in every day. You didn't really have like this thing going on. You
Yeah.
were very consistent.
Well, you were my first session, Cherry.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that was good for me personally, because I felt grounded from the jump for sure. I was like, okay, I have like a good captain at the helm. I'm not concerned of like, I actually feel very blessed that I had you as my first
Oh, I
producer.
appreciate that.
No, for real. Cause like, Trey, I've never been on camera. I don't even have an artist project or anything like that.
Yeah,
I'm really legit a writer.
Yeah.
And so we were scared, to be
Oh.
like, what are we? I mean, we were in it. We had enough confidence to be like, let's fucking go. But we also were just like, we just don't know what this is. And
yeah, what's about
even
to
if,
happen?
right. And even if we write the best thing, is the production going to be, like, is the vocal production, are we going to sound crazy? And within the first 15 minutes, you had the whole song mapped out. And we were like, this is the easiest shit ever.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. And that gave us confidence. So I think your confidence is very contagious.
Oh, thank
And
you.
that is like something you definitely bring to the table as a producer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We've been asking people, I've been excited to get to this question for you. We've been asking people, is there something that didn't make the show that you wish had made the show?
Hmm.
I have something specifically in mind for you. I'm hoping you're thinking of the same thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I want to say we were out there on the beach in the Bahamas with these pigs.
Why do I feel attacked? by
Yeah,
this? Yeah.
the day when we had
Oh,
our
yeah.
little excursion or whatever.
Yeah, we did. So for people who don't know, we did film like all these excursion days, but
Yeah.
none of the excursion days made it. So we went and played with these pigs in the Bahamas, and then we went horseback riding in Nashville.
We had no dock to our boat, so we had to swim.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were so brave. You took your shirt off and you were in the water. I got carried by
Whitney was
Trey.
carried by Trey
Which
above
was-
the waves, which will
Yeah.
be on the pod. We're gonna find the video
For
That's
Trey's
hilarious.
sake, because it was
On
such a
Trey's
thirst
podcast,
trap
for
for
sure.
him.
You know what's so funny? I can't swim.
And you,
and Harv is in the water.
no, that's
Whitney?
very on brand.
Whitney, can you
actually,
swim?
Yeah, I can swim. I just don't.
can swim.
Yeah.
Carried by Trey.
You jumped in that water. We were like,
That says a lot about y'all's personalities, maybe.
Wait a minute.
I was actually thinking about, there was a moment that wasn't on camera where you had my favorite all-time quote on the show. And I don't even know if we can put this on here, but we're going to do it anyway. And we had this like cast meeting at Steven and Jenna's house.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm about to say?
oh yeah, this is when the show took a turn, I would say.
we had some, it wasn't even like tension among the cast, I would say. It was like some production things where we were, I think the best way to say it is like we were all getting used to being around cameras and like being ourselves on film. And they were just encouraging us to be ourselves on camera. And we go out to the deck and Harv goes, everybody turn their mics off. And everybody turn their mics off. And Harv says, the kumbaya has baya.
Wait, you literally said that? I thought they just made that up as a title.
No, he
That's
literally says,
hilarious.
the kumbaya has bayad. We got to start being ourselves. And I was like, that stuck in my head. I was like,
that little huddle was super pivotal. It obviously didn't make the show, but we had just come off of this kind of chaotic dinner.
Yeah.
And I think like first 2 episodes of a season 1 with people that are normally behind the scenes, we all were trying to figure it out. What is this? Who is everybody here?
Yeah.
Like, and I think hopefully people give us grace watching the show of like, we're just trying to make the show and figure out what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of us were, I would say we were pretty disjointed at that moment. But that moment out on the patio was like in your leadership to be like, guys, like we have to get on the same page.
Yeah.
We have to start showing up authentically.
And I remember he said, you know, if somebody's talking, listen to them. Yeah, that's something you said that resonated with me because he said, everybody's trying to tell a story, like help people tell their story instead of everybody trying to tell their story at the same time. And then it's like, then no one wins.
Yeah, because it's like when you watch it, there has to be a thread for people to gravitate to. So like we were there and everybody's like, yeah, and another thing, and I do this, but I do that, blah, blah, blah. And then when I do it, it was just like, yo, shut up. Like let somebody talk and then piggyback what they said and follow the thread.
Right.
Until that conversation's over, then we'll pivot to whatever you have to say. But like it was just so much of like people talking on top of each other. I was like, yo.
Yeah, that dinner felt like a panel. Like every time somebody had like the floor, it was like, here's like the grand thing I'm gonna say. Versus like, how would you actually show up authentically at a dinner table in somebody else's house?
Yeah.
So you confront Steven on the show about the way that he speaks to Jenna at that dinner table.
Yeah.
How, looking back at it and having watched the show, do you think you handled that well? And would you handle it differently if you could go back knowing what you know now?
I definitely handled that well. I didn't, I feel like, you know, like I was saying, it's like on the show, like as men, I feel like men just be letting other guys get passes to be, to have piss poor behavior. And I was just like, that's not cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I love Steven and Jenna. So it was just, it made me feel uncomfortable. I know it made everybody else. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just say something.
Yeah. And I think what you just said when you said, I love Steven and Jenna, it's like, it's coming from a place not of like maliciousness. It's coming from a place of like you caring about them and how they come off. And like, I think that's important to note as well. What
is the importance to you of being a family man while you're working in the music industry? Like protecting that role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it means everything to me because family's first. Like the industry is so up and down. It's so fake. It will lie to you, steal from you. It will humble you. It will all the things. So for me to be grounded in the industry, I have to. My source, my power source, is my family. Mm. So that's where I every day be able to walk around and be confident or be who I am because my family, you know. Mm. And like I said, I have the best wife, and she's my my equal. I learned so much from her, and we're raising our kids, and I think to me that's the most important job I have is to be.
And shout out your kids. You have four kids, and give them a little shout out if you want to.
Shout out Taylor, Junior, Peyton, and then baby Harlow.
Maybe the cutest baby in the entire
world. Literally ever. So cute.
Adorable. All my kids are like really cool. I guess every parent would say this, but I have really cool, talented, cool kids. Like like they all know how to dress and be cool, and like they all have their own little personality, and it's like it's cool to watch them grow up. And it's like kids are like the best evidence of the fruit that you have.
Hmm.
Like and how you water them and what are you putting in their minds. And it's like when you watch them grow up and you hear how they speak to people and how they carry themselves, like that makes me proud. Like, okay, I'm doing something right. Because
Wow.
they, you know, like
Yeah.
the evidence right there.
And your oldest is in music as well. Am I
Yeah.
right?
So
Okay,
my oldest Taylor,
Oh.
she's really talented. She just graduated high school. She's going to UCLA next year
Wow.
to study music.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so we're putting her in a group that I can't disclose yet,
Okay, that's
but
exciting.
we already have
You can't break it here on Hitmakers
No, I
podcast.
can't.
Okay. Damn.
So we already have their first album done already, and
Oh.
it sounds fucking incredible.
Produced by Dad is amazing.
Yeah, produced and wrote by Felicia. I'm talking about
Wow.
when I say she went crazy on these girls
Wow.
project, I have like yeah, she's been quarterbacking the group. I just been like, oh, okay, what do you need me to do? Like,
helping out.
yeah, so
Wow.
I can't wait to hear that. That's going to be amazing.
yeah.
How has being a father helped you thrive in music?
Yeah. Like I said, it's my power source. Like I can have the worst day and not get a placement or not get a song or just anything. And it's like I'll go in my house and I'll see Harlow run up to me. I'm like, oh man, fuck that song. Like fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
just helps me get over like the hardships of
Keeps everything in perspective.
yeah, because he don't care.
Yeah.
None of my kids really care. They just like, all right, Dad, like you'll get it next time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We got to have him rub off on Tommy. We got to get Tommy in the, and on the fatherhood train. And the
You
husband
gotta hang
train.
out with Tommy a little more.
It's so
Yeah.
funny because your dynamic with Tommy was actually such a fun, special thing on the show because you guys were so, I mean, fast friends, right? I mean,
Yeah.
talked about your dynamic with Tommy a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've never worked together. Like it's so funny, like because like when you're in LA and you're doing your thing over here, it's like
Yeah.
oh, I'm doing my thing over here, and it's like you have the respect for that person, but you never really cross paths. So when we they told me who was the cast, and I was like, oh okay, I now I get to finally hang out with Tommy. Like I'm gonna see what this about. So immediately when we got to the airport because we had to go to Miami first before the
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
and
Oh, God.
yeah,
Right. Y'all went out, didn't you?
well, I was
forgot about that.
yeah, he
Whoa.
went out, but that was like the first time like because I drink, that's my
Yeah.
So I'm like I'm finna go hit the bar, like I'm gonna go get some whiskey right quick. He's like, what you want? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go with you. So
Yeah.
we sit at the bar for probably like 2 hours, like 2.5 hours, like just ordering drinks and like trading stories and talking. And I was like, oh, we're pretty much the same guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like from then on, we was just like, that was it. Like
What's something about Tommy that you learned on the show that you didn't know before?
I didn't know how funny he was.
Mhm.
So
like
funny.
Tommy's hilarious. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you see people on Instagram and you're like, oh,
So
okay. On Instagram, you can put things together and then
Right.
post it. But like, he's funny in real life. Like, I'm like, oh, he's
And he has a very
hilarious.
particular sense of humor, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost out of time, so I don't want to miss our games we get to play with everyone.
Oh, yeah. We
so-
keep it
Burr, 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 burr.
Yeah, first
cute
game
and fun
we
for
have
the podcast.
that we always do on our one day of podcast work. So I'm going to name 5 of your songs, and you have
Okay.
to name 1 being your favorite, 5 being your least favorite.
You have to,
Oh, okay.
you have to
Okay,
slot them
so-
before
but
you know
don't
what's
where
coming
they go.
next.
So
Okay.
I'm going to start with "Don't Go" by Skrillex.
Oh, that's probably 3.
Okay, "Don't Go" is number 3. Next, I'm going to go with "Forever" Post Malone and Bieber and Clever.
4.
Okay. Next, I'm going to go "Fa La La" Under the Mistletoe.
1.
Wow.
We're on
Wait,
right
little
away.
side note. Everybody we've talked to today has started with the Christmas song.
Yeah, I think it's been everybody's kind of big break
Really
song.
interesting.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's one because that was like your first big placement.
But yeah, that was my first Bieber placement, and that actually is the one that every Christmas rolls around.
Cha-ching.
That's a sleeper. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I love
Yes.
that. Next, I'm gonna go with "Wonder to LA" Juice WRLD.
Oh man. That's 2 then. I think
Okay,
is
2. So that leaves "Peaches."
Oh man.
Peaches number
I-
3.
Whoa.
No, let's
Peaches number 3.
let's do Peaches. 2. I'm sorry, and 1 in the LA.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We'll let you have one swap.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then the last thing we do is we do rapid fire. So we're gonna go through the cast, and you just give a 1 or 2
Yeah,
word
just
kinda
a quick little
adjective.
cute adjective. you know?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah, unless you have more to say, then we could potentially give you the floor. But
Yes.
all right, Trey,
Dependable.
Tommy,
Hilarious.
Blue,
Shy, but so talented. So shy, but she is like so freakishly talented.
Jenna,
She has really good people skills. Socially, like she knows how to put things
Steven,
together. Impulsive, but talented.
okay,
That's a good description.
Faraz,
Extravagant.
Chi,
She's like a little angel.
Mm-hmm.
She is, yeah.
Ben,
He sucks. No.
moving along.
No. Inspiring. You're very. I'm inspired by you a lot.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Whitney.
You're a goddess.
Ooh.
Oh my
I
God.
like that.
Harv, you know what? I always loved you. The best. You've always been my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, Jay Hart.
I think he's like so. He's like a walking creative ball of genius.
Damn.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like even his aesthetic, like how he presents himself, is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. He had good confessionals too.
Mhm.
It was like really
Well said.
thoughtful.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody. Oh no, 7.
7. That's my sister. Yeah, she's a wild card, but that's sis.
What makes 7 a wild card?
Because you just never know. Like she just be here, she be over there. She just trying to find love, but can't find it, but wants it, but don't want it, but like I need it.
That's
but
so
don't,
true.
Don't
That is
need
like the
it.
perfect
Right.
description. Oh man. Well, thank you so much for coming on our humble podcast.
No,
and,
thanks for
it
having
was
me.
so great getting to know you on the show. And it's so great to hear more about your story. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what you're doing. I mean, one thing about Harv is that he's always got things scheming. We found out his daughter has a future superstar girl group,
Yeah.
and you've told me about some of the projects you have upcoming. I'm super excited about all of them.
Yeah, and congrats on the Bieber cut.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Off the
appreciate
new
it.
album. The album's doing crazy good and people are loving it. So
Yeah, it's streaming really well.
it really is.
Yeah.
Well, we love you. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much. All right.
Bye.
Cut.
Bam.